Alright, looks like things are running right. We can switch over there. I'm just cleaning up some stuff. Oh, running a little bit late, as I always do. Is it really running late if I'm always like this? I don't know. But let's get all of these mixing cups cleaned up. Wait, that's not what that was. I need one for over here. I need a mixing cup for over here. Anyways, we got lots of different little things to work on today, so I've already got some things pulled out, some things I don't have pulled out, but we'll go through everything. I'm going to give it a minute though so people can filter in if they're planning on coming to stop by. But I can get some mixing cups cleaned before then. So it does mention we're going to do a bunch of keychains today, but I do also have a couple of commissions to work on as well. So, yeah, I'm trying to get some keychains made for the convention at the beginning of October. I'm trying to have, like, keychains for every different D&D class, which I think will be cool. But also I have to make them, and I have to design them. I think I have the designs pretty much figured out now, but I do still have them to make. So we're going to work on 4 different keychain designs today for those. And then I also have a tray that I want to add just some clear resin to. It's pretty much done, but a couple of the seashells, you can kind of see there how the light reflects. A couple of the seashells are sticking out a little bit, and I want it to be flat. Just because I don't want, if someone decides to, you know, roll dice in here or something, I don't want it to hit one of the seashells and scratch their dice or whatever. So we're going to add a little bit of clear resin over the top of that. Ah! I have tape on my elbow. And then, let's see, like I said, mentioned a couple of commissions. I was debating doing, adding some more resin to another different tray, but I want to get a bunch of just miscellaneous dice, single dice made, also somewhat for that convention. I've been doing a monthly art walk. And for the past couple of months I've had like a tray of just miscellaneous unpolished dice out, and that seemed to be pretty popular. So I want to do that again. Little bits of resin come off, please. Especially for the convention, that seems like something that people would enjoy at a convention. Also, I just think it's fun, and I want to build the stock back up if people decide to order the raw mystery sets in my online shop. I want to make sure I have enough dice for that too. So I wanna get some miscellaneous dice made. So we'll use some of the leftover resin from the various keychains and stuff. Oh, and actually I want to pour D20. We'll do, oops, D20. I think I want to do a D4 as well, or a keychain. Just like, I'm just thinking here. I might actually, just thinking here, so for the commissions, usually I'll do something extra. That's going to be a necklace. So anyways, for the commissions, usually I'll do something extra, like at least a keychain or something. I'm just debating what I want to do. So I think for that one we can do a keychain that's just like clear with some of the swirl in it. And then this one, which is going to be kind of a caramely color, I'm debating if I want to do like a sphere keychain, also in a caramely color. That might be kind of good. In which case I want to grab something else for over here. We'll just grab the cube. It's not a cube, but giant rectangle thingy. think that'll be good. And then I'm trying to remember what I usually do for D20 commissions. I'm like, do I just do a keychain? Can't remember. I think I just do keychains for the single D20 commissions. If I'm remembering correctly what I've done in the past. I can't remember. Do I do a D4? I do not remember. But we'll do a keychain one way or another. Alright. I should probably post on Discord at least that I'm going live. That would be smart, so I'm not sitting here by myself for 2.5 hours. I hate spam in the Discord though. Set that over there. I already posted about the live stream in Discord, so I don't know, but like, I did that a couple days ago, so it's like, I don't know if I should post about it again. We're doing the most exciting part, obviously, right now, too, cleaning the mixing cups. A weird in-between place for the past couple of days where it's just like I feel fully rested but I also feel tired. I don't know how that works because like I haven't like really set an alarm. I've just been waking up when I wake up because I'm back to working in the like afternoons, evenings. So it's just like, well, I can just wake up with the sun. That works. I don't need to be up at 7:30 a.m. still. So I have just been like waking up whenever I wake up, but at the same time I haven't been getting as much sleep as I thought I needed. I've been getting closer to like 7 or 8 hours, whereas I thought I needed like 9. So it's just like, huh. I can't tell if it's just because I changed my sleep schedule and I'm still trying to wake up at the same time that I was waking up at before, even though I'm going to bed earlier. Or if I just am getting old and don't need as much sleep. That's also a possibility. Oh, I'm probably 5:10, 5:10, 15. Oh, yeah, that should fit fine. It feels like so long since I've poured resin. At least any sorts of like dice. I was gonna pour resin on Tuesday. I was gonna pour resin on Tuesday and then I was just like, nah, that's fine, I'll do it next week. I have a bunch of dice I need to finish for the advent calendars. I need to start getting those sanded and polished too, because I want to have those out in November so I can ship them before December. But I have been tired after getting home from work. Working on editing things though. I do have some things edited. I've got like 5 videos that are uploaded but not visible yet. I think a couple of those have been released on Patreon. yeah, I think a couple of those have been released on Patreon, but I am at least a little bit ahead, which is good. Let's feel a little bit cleaner. All right. And here's that one. Here's this one. I do want to go and look at my colors and make sure that I'm doing the color that I want for the caramel. Make sure that I have all the things out that I want for that. I guess maybe I'll pull out this one. I think I have the colors. I think that'll be good for the caramel, actually. It's just kind of a light brown, but I pulled out the orange and the purple. Actually, I should do orange and blue, but because I found that does a good brown as well as orange with a little bit of like a purple or something in there to mute it down a little bit. Okay, I think we have all of our stuff clean. That's good. Let's start pulling things down that we need. Other things. So we can start putting some of these together. So the first commission I'm going to work on is I'm making some mushroom necklaces, but with slightly different mushrooms. They're purple, they glow in the dark. Should be fun. I think before I get going, let me actually post on the Discord that I am live. I am live. I'm trying it out with a lower latency level too. We'll see how that goes. Oh, did I not post? Apparently I didn't post that. Excuse me a moment. Let me go find the link to this. Liveception. Share. Copy link. Close YouTube. Hopefully that, yep, there we go. Should I post it on, I'll post it on Twitter too. Might as well. Might as well. There we go. There we go. We'll post that a couple places. Might as well. Might as well. I didn't realize I hadn't posted that. Alright, cool. Alright. So, first commission is very similar to the mushroom necklaces that I've done before, but slightly different mushrooms. We're going to add some shimmery stuff in there. I am still filming all of the commissions that I do so that I can make videos. So I do have a video camera. If it's a little bit in your guys' way, let me know. I don't know why I'm talking like that. But if it's in your way, let me know. Omar! Hello! Just a second. Just a second. Yay! there we go. Finally figured out how to set moderators. And apparently it works easiest if you're on the stream and I can just click on your name. Figured it out with Jen when they popped in last time before last. But hello! Alright. So yeah, I'm still filming commissions. Hi Maggie, how you doing? So fancy. Have a wrench. Yes, it's a wrench of power instead of a sword of power here. Let's see here. So I need for this my normal mossy stuff. And it was mentioned that they're thinking kind of like a wrench smash. Like a sort of decayed sort of thing. Oh, I wish Jen was here. Jen, do you want purple moss? I have purple moss too. Yeah, I didn't realize I hadn't posted it in the Discord. I was just like, oh, I posted it in the Discord before. I feel weird going and spamming the Discord with, I'm live, I'm live. And then I went and looked, I was like, oh, I didn't actually post it in the Discord. Let's do that. Perhaps I will try, so I grabbed 2 because I wasn't sure on like kind of the moss colors that I wanted to use. One of your favorite games, the main character uses a wrench as a weapon. Oh, is that, is that Transistor? Is that the one where they have a wrench? You speak for Jen, use purple moss. One of them I'm gonna do purple, the other one I'm gonna do green and brown. Because we had talked about doing like green and brown sort of moss. But I think the black and purple could be cool. So I'm gonna do both and then I'll let them choose. That seems like a good plan to me. But I'm going to film both. Alright. So, but yes, I am still filming commissions. Oh, it's a PS2 game? Man, it has been... I grew up with the PS2. Dark Cloud 2. I haven't heard of that one. Alright. Let me know if this is in your guys' way. I think we're okay. I think we're okay. Alright. So actually, let me start out a little bit. So we're going to start with adding a little bit of dirt. It's not actually dirt. It's the sequel to Dark Cloud. Oh, thank you. I wasn't sure. That was the part that confused me. Here, now I will film both. I think this will be... I mean, now that you say that, I know exactly what game you're talking about. Alright, so this one I think I'll do the purple and... Nonsense. Nonsense. Of course not. Man, I've been, so I meet up with some IRL friends, like, every Saturday. And we have dinner and play board games. Again, I'm figuring out camera angles. And one of our group, oh my gosh, the number of puns is crazy. And every time it's just like, why? Why must you do this? Why must you make all the puns? Okay, there we go. We got some purple, we got some black in there. And then we will put a mushroom. I kind of wonder if... so for like the other ones, I've been doing like kind of like some grass that sticks up, but I don't know that I want to do that. Maybe I could add some of this. Maybe I could add some of this stuff. Is it good puns though? Oh, usually. Some of them are hit or miss. But most of them are good. You're waiting for your invite to Saturday night dinner? I mean, come on over whenever. Stop on by. If you're ever in the Pacific Northwest. Alright, I'll add those. And then I want to add the mushroom. I want to add the mushroom underneath those. I shouldn't have done those first. Wait, there we go. I think I got it. I think I got it. Okay. Alright, and the other one we're going to do green and some like brown bits. It'd be harder, yeah, you'd have to travel overseas. Might be a little bit more difficult. You do know where I live. I also know where you live. It's that's something I've thought about. I'm like, I wonder if that would be a problem if I ever became some sort of like famous YouTuber, the fact that a whole bunch of people have my home address. But then I was just like, all the people that have my home address, I also have their home address. And then sea, and then land, yeah. So I may, you know, at least we're on even footing there. Ah. You can't dox me, I will dox you! Mutually assured destruction. I do think that this moss, though, because we were looking for a dead look, I think this moss is going to be good for that. Although it looks, maybe it's a little bit too corally. I'll add some of this moss instead, actually, to this one. Can you still see? Not very well. Let me put this on this side. Okay. Sorry, I'm blocking it at the moment. Let me move this back over so I am not blocking it. Mutually assured destruction. Yeah, there we go. That's what I will call it from now on. Perfect. We'll still add a little piece of green sticking up. You've changed your address? Oh no. I didn't think this through. Hi Ty. How are you doing? I feel like it's been so long since we have chatted. Alright, there's that. Cool. I'll pour resin in that and make sure to get... Oh, I do actually have... One more thing I can do for that, but... Boys are back in town. Almost broke an arm? No, why? How? Don't do that. Bad. Oh, I could put some moss in here. Put some moss in here. I'll add some black and some purple to this one for sure. This one's gonna be just a keychain to go with it. Because I'm like, I must make extra thing to send, but I'm not putting another... Whiskey! Whiskey! Get whiskey! Oh, that's gonna sound so strange to people that don't know what's going on. Stumbled on some junk of your roommates and tried to catch yourself with your bad arm. Didn't go as planned, though the fall wasn't planned either. Ugh. Well, that doesn't sound fun. I'm glad that you said almost, though, and not actual, that you didn't, so it sounds like you didn't break it, which is good. I mean, like, let's see, my vote is, like, Arizona tea, but that's just because that's what I like. That's one of our go-to, drinks in my house. All right. That. We don't all, yes, yeah. My mug of whiskey, aka tea. Let's see. Oops, I forgot to put this way. Just a bad sprain and small fracture, nothing that's serious, but holy swollen mess. Ugh, that does not sound fun. That sounds like a holy swollen mess. What did I drop? I heard something. Oh. What's that doing? It's a spray fixative. Well, yeah, I feel like a small fracture is still a broken bone. I'm pretty sure it's not a compound fracture. That's still a broken bone. Okay, we've got that. I do need to put that in there. Let's start putting some things in. So this is going to be the Blood Hunter keychains, and I've actually made, I'm basing this on something else that I made before, and I couldn't decide if I wanted it to be the Barbarian or the Blood Hunter, and then I came up with a different design for the Barbarian that I liked better. So I'm like, all right, it's Blood Hunter then. Ah, I'm getting foil everywhere though. This black foil, it's getting everywhere. I think that's probably enough. I feel like I always add too much of this black foil and you can't see anything else. And I probably did add too much of this black foil, but that's okay. That is fine. It's fine. It's fine. Even though I have black foil everywhere now. So we'll do some clear resin with the black foil in it, and then we're gonna put some kind of inky red in there. Let's see, these are gonna be the wizard ones. Let me grab some star sticks. Might be good. Nothing a few painkillers that knock you out cold doesn't fix. You're feeling a bit better now? Feeling a bit better now? I hope. Alright, so yeah, this is going to be the wizard ones. And then it's just going to be clear with some holographic glitter. And then we're going to do some like ink in there because I kind of associate that with like wizards and writing and stuff. I think I want to check, I want to decide on some color stuff. So let me pour out my paint chips, I call them. BRB, no one do anything bad. Quick guys, let's throw a party. Mom's gone. Bit better. Arm doesn't look like a deformed balloon. Oh, I read that it's deformed baboon. Not balloon. Sausage. I think sausage. I have a cat that I call Sausage Cat. Alright, but I want to figure out some ink colors. I think the most dark colors. I have a black and a purple. I'm thinking maybe like a dark blue might be nice. Maybe like that one, or I might go with the blueberry. Blueberry, please. Blueberry. Okay, and it needs to be in ink. So we'll do a black, a purple, and a dark blue. I could do like a dark green. I guess I could do all sorts of different colors since it's not gonna really change anything if I pick multiple colors for that. All right. I don't have to mix up a whole bunch of things. Okay, have fun lurking. So we'll do those. Those seem like good choices. I think I'll do maybe an extra one of the blue. Yeah, that seems good. All right. Oh, the ranger ones. Actually, let me make sure I have all my colors. I think I have all my colors. I don't think I need these for anything else. Yeah. This might be loud, just a heads up. I saying? Oh, so for the Ranger ones, I need to pull the moss back out. So for these ones, I'm going to put some like moss and random bits of plant and stuff in them, and then they're going to be like a dark green color. I think that will be good. It will be green with greenery in them. But we're going to go for very natural sort of colors, so I think we'll stick with these. But I'll put some moss in all of them. And if this stuff floats and stuff, it is fine. If I don't knock them all over. And put this at the bottom of this one. There we go. Got some moss for all of them. But let's add some of the other moss and stuff too. I'm going for kind of a foresty floor sort of vibe. The Druid, I went more kind of magical with plants. And then the Ranger, I'm going a little bit more like forest floor-ish. They're both like wilderness sort of based, so I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna do these. Like, I don't know how I want to differentiate between the two. I had a lot of trouble figuring out what I wanted to do for the Ranger, but this is just kind of what I eventually ended up on, partially because I just had a keychain that was like this. That's how I decided on a couple of these designs, is I just had like the crystals already made. I was like, that kind of fits the vibe. That's how I ended up with the wizard one too. I was just like, oh, that works. Let's do that. All right, I'm gonna add a little bit of this stuff, but not to all of them, just to a couple of them. And we'll add one in here. And we'll add some in, say, here. And then I think I'm going to grab some other like little planty bits. I think I've got some other little planty bits, like some greenish flowers and stuff. Oh, let's grab. So I'm going to add like, I have these little flower type things. We'll put that in something. Maybe in here. That seems like a good one. Yeah, that one's not very full at all. Let's add some of this too. You can kind of see through this one. It's not very full, but I do think, I'm going to add a little bit more to that too, but I do think that some of that will get sort of filled in by, you know, having a dark colored resin. So it's going to be like, it's okay if it's a little bit more sparse, just because there's going to be other stuff going on. It's not just clear. That one's nice. I like that one. That one's, we'll call that one done. That one's nice. Let's see. Add that in there. I wonder if I can fit this in this one. This one's kind of thin. Yeah, okay, cool. It'll fit in here. I think that one will turn out cool, actually. Assuming everything doesn't float. Kind of see the flower in there. That one's, I'd say, good. These ones are harder to see through because I've used them so much. They've gotten a little bit cloudy. Throw this one in here. Sure. Yeah, I think these flowers are a good kind of staple for these. I think that's going to be kind of the unifying. I mean, they're obviously all going to be the same color and stuff, but I like these flowers, I think. All right. I think I need just a little bit more moss in the big squarish one, and then it'll be good. Let's add some more moss underneath this one. I cannot grab. Alrighty. I think that'll work. Cool. So we've got those. Got those all set up. I don't think I need any more moss now. No moss. And let's see, this one is just a D4 that is a little tiny hole in it I want to fix. We're just gonna fill that in a little bit and fix that. This one, we're gonna be using a whole bunch of the inks, so we don't need to put anything into the container for that yet. And then this is just gonna be clear. I do want to film putting this in here though, because this is going to be for that mushroom commission. So let me get it out. So the idea was kind of like a fog. This is very, very sparkly and it shimmers purple. It's very pretty. But I don't know if it'll be foggy enough. I'm debating whether I should add some white to it, either white ink to make it a little bit more opaque. Or I guess I will put it into the mixing cup, and then I can, once I actually have it all mixed up, I can see if it's dark enough for me. Just grab some of these. I think that'll probably work. More out of the way over here. Is this better? Is it to work better? I don't know. Well, we'll go with this. I do want to remember to, I don't need very much of this. It's going to take so little resin. That'll be plenty. I do need to remember to bring the camera out for the commissions while I'm pouring them. Oops, did I hit that over there? So hopefully I remember to do that. There's that. Grab that. Let me just make sure I have everything. Oh, I haven't put these in the mixing cups yet. So this is for the monk. For the monk, I had a I made one keychain for the monk, and that is like a little bit of like a light shimmering at the bottom, and then I had a feather, and then I just had clear resin. I like that, but I wanted to do some other colors. Let's see. How has my day been? My day's been good. I haven't done much with it today. This is kind of the first thing I've really done today. I'm going to go ship a commission after this that I finished yesterday. And then I'll have game night tonight, which is fun. But I haven't honestly been awake for super long. I've been up for a couple hours, I suppose, but I've mostly just puttered around and made myself a cup of tea and, like, browsed the internet. This is, this is kind of, I don't know, I don't know what day I give myself Sunday off, although Sunday's also my Minecraft day, which might sound weird, but, like, I've been playing and recording that. I need to finish. I have a whole bunch of stuff filmed. I need to actually finish editing it all for the Minecraft stuff. So it's like I'm still kind of doing stuff on Sundays. And I don't really take another day off in the week. Yeah, it's 9:40 p.m. there. Yeah. Yeah. That's the thing with time zones. It's just like, how's your morning going? It is almost midnight. Quick, everybody! Hide the booze! Hi, Mom! How is it? Nothing suspicious happening here. Alright. Okay, so I need to figure out, do I want to, so these ones I'm going to put some of, guess, what just arrived? What has just arrived? You know, the nice thing about switching to YouTube is that you can't surprise me with using your Prime subscription on me anymore. It's always the other way. You asking how my day has been, and I've just woken up. What did I send? Oh! I'm gonna have... I actually filmed June's Patreon D20. So I'll have that video up at some point. I was gonna wait until people actually got them. But you've got multiple dice to unpack there. A different bag for this. I have so much weird random stuff here. There we go. Let's grab some slightly smaller ones maybe. I was so confused for a moment. I was just like, what did I send? I don't remember what I sent. I literally shipped it like 2 days ago. Well, there's my memory for you. But I'm debating whether I should add the feathers first. I do have weird random stuff everywhere. I would never do a house tour because my house is a mess. Oh, I need one more feather. But I'm debating whether I should put the colored resin in first, or if I should put the feathers in first and then have that kind of drip over it. It's like, could go either way. Could go either way. Should I put the feathers in first or the color in first? I think maybe, I think maybe the feathers. And it'll help keep the color, like I want all the color to pool at the bottom, but it'll help pull some of it up too, because a little bit of it'll get caught on the feathers. I think that'll look cool. So let's cut the feathers, put them into the things first. Pizza and a double-sized Arizona tea. Yummy! I'll probably go find something to munch on after I stream. This is soon enough after I've woken up that I'm like not super hungry. But then I'm always like super hungry. By the end of this stream, my stomach's finally woken up enough to want a snack. I think we have bagels. I might have a bagel. Maybe I could have lox and bagels. That sounds good too. I think we have lox too. And I think we have some onion and some tomato. I'm going to have lox and bagels as a snack. That sounds yummy. You want lox now? Yeah, we ended up with some, I think, because it had too much salt or something. Like my dad got it, and then I think it had too much salt. So he's just like, you guys want them? And I'm like, yes. Do I have capers? No, I don't have capers. I don't think I've ever had capers. Have I ever had capers? I don't know if I've ever had them. I know what they are. I don't know if I've ever had them though. Flux? You mean like for welding? That kind of flux? Or is this a game? Oh, okay. I don't know that I do. I like how my first thought is welding. I think I know what game. I think I've seen that game before, and I can't think of it. You had the same idea. Just like welding flux. Why was that our first thoughts? I don't even do welding. I guess I know multiple people that do stuff like that. Or soldering. Soldering flux, not welding. Soldering. That's the word. I'm like, mini welding. What is that called? Fair. I just always think of, with like soldering and stuff, I think of my brother in high school who was like that guy that people came to fix their laptops. It is kind of just a different scale, but he was the guy that people came to fix their laptops, and he just like, he had like a screwdriver and stuff in his backpack, and he would just be like in class taking people's computers apart. And I don't think he had brought out like a soldering iron to school, but he definitely had fixed a couple of people's computers with a soldering iron. It's just like, oh, there's a loose wire here, we'll just solder this back together. I'm suddenly reminded of, sorry, I've gotten so distracted, I'm just like, yes, peel resin off outside of thingy. Oh, okay, cool. I'll take a look. I'm suddenly reminded of in college, every time I would tell any sort of story about like either of my parents, usually my dad, but if I ever told any sort of story about either of my parents, whatever friend I was with would be like, you make more sense now. It's just like, thanks, I guess. Thanks. Don't know that that's a compliment. Just told you a story about my dad doing something stupid, probably. Oh man, I remember when I went off to university. I was reading the like dorm agreement. I need to actually pour resin. I'm getting so distracted by peeling up bits of cured resin off the table. But when I went off to university, and I was reading through the dorm agreement. It was like a list of all of my dad's stories from college. It was just like, yep, you've told me a story about doing that, and doing that, and doing that, and it was all the things that you were not allowed to do in the dorms. Okay, I think I have everything into the little mixing cups. I think I do. So, I also have a cat hair in the little mixing cup. Get out! I don't even have resin in there yet. There's one over here, too. Stop it. Stop it. I'm gonna need about 15 mil. They actually, I mean, yeah. Oh, well, I mean, oh man, now I'm reminded of my brother again. They has a lot of version of different things. The dorm agreement after my dad. I mean, one, it wouldn't surprise me, although it was a different college. But there was a there was like a robotics competition. So like I was part of a robotics club in middle school, and then my brother was part of the robotics club in middle school when he went there. And one, I can't remember if it was, I think it was the year after my brother had been part of the robotics competition that, I missed it, kitten. That name sounds very familiar. Do I follow you on Tumblr? But hello, welcome, and thank you. I like making dice. I'm putting off actually pouring resin for some reason while I tell stories about my family. But I'll grab this so it at least appears like I'm moving somewhere. But my brother did robotics, and my brother, I was just saying how he would fix his friends' computers and solder wires back together and stuff. But in high school, one year, I think my dad went, because my dad's a technology teacher. I think he went, and because I think he had like a robotics club or something. And they had this whole rule about how you couldn't have projectiles, because the whole robotics competition, you're supposed to build a robot that can complete all these different tasks, and a lot of them are moving certain ways and then knocking things over or hitting certain things. And so when my dad went, they're like, you can't have any projectiles, you can't have it just shoot things. And my dad just started laughing because that rule, they were like, we had a guy one year who just made a robot that shot things all over the place, and my dad just started laughing because it was my brother. And it had worked really, really well. My brother had set it up so that the robot, I think it had to leave the starting area. It like went forward, left the starting area, went back into the starting area, and then just shot all sorts of like little Lego pieces, or like there's like little Lego spheres with the robotics kits. Just shot them all over the board and knocked everything over. And my dad's just like, ah. Yes, I know who caused that. It's a couple years later. All right, so I think we have everything. I think we have all of our stuff into our little mixing cups. So I'm gonna get a little bit more muffled. I'm going to sound like Darth Vader for the rest of the stream. And I know I did the task, but also it was shooting Lego pieces all over the place into the audience, hitting people, like, it wasn't like it caused, you know, any sort of damage or anything, but it was just a mess of Lego pieces everywhere. I think he won an award for it. I think he might have won an award for, like, ingenuity or something, or his team did, and then they banned it. I did my, you know, it's broken. Okay, but yes, I'm gonna be muffled for the rest of the stream. Let's get some. Do I want my sweater on or off? I think I'm going to take my sweater off first, because I can't tell if I'm gonna be warm or cold. I'll probably be cold now. Yeah, exactly. And they're like, great idea, we're banning it. Okay. Now I'm gonna sound like Darth Vader. Ah. So let's see here. I'm gonna grab the resin and start getting that mixed up.
So I'm going to go kind of quiet for a second because I can't pour and talk at the same time, otherwise we'll have a mess. Which would be fun for you guys, but not as much fun for me. So give me just a second, I will be right back. Feel free to chat amongst yourselves. Alright, there's part A, and then I need an equal part of part B. Alright. Okay, have fun. Have fun playing your game. Alright, I am back. And now we mix. It's going to take a while. But anyways, how are you guys doing? Do you do, if you're still here, Mystic Kitten, do you still, do you do any arts and crafts yourself? I'm always curious to know what people are working on. You just finished eating? How was the pizza? How was the tea? About to open the, oh, yay. I want your, please feel free to live blog opening the dice. I think that June is one of my favorites so far. Just a personal favorite. I made another die that's very similar to June's die that I decided I'm just going to keep this for myself. Oh, what I was saying though is that I don't watch a lot of live streams, but when I do, and like when I'm watching VODs and stuff, I usually put it on like the background while I work on something else. So I'm always curious like what people are working on or doing while they watch, because I'm nosy. Like, are you playing video games? I do actually have them labeled, I think. I wrote really tiny on the outside. And I can tell you which one is which. I'll let you open them, though. Oh, wait, they're marked. Yeah, I wrote it really tiny just so I could make sure that I had everything. Not the best, but it might be because you don't leave your apartment on the weekend. Yeah, might be good to get outside. I can't talk, though. I barely leave the house. April! Yep, April, May, and June. What did I do for April? Which one was April? I remember May and June. What was April's? It was so long ago. I'm trying to remember what the die was for April. Oh, I remember. Yeah, I like April, May's, and June's. April's was just kind of a classic, if I remember correctly. Because I think April was the stone dice, if I remember correctly. Pretty sure April was the stone dice. Things are still streaky. So I shall keep mixing. I can kind of tell when it's mixed, when all the streaks in it disappear. I can kind of see where part A and part B are sitting next to each other instead of completely mixed together. So I'm just going to keep mixing. Yeah, it's this like stone one. Yeah. That's one of my oldest designs actually. The marble. I have dice from the old crappy dice molds that I first had before I got my own masters and stuff that have that design. And I've just always liked it so much. I'm like, I'm bringing it back. I'm bringing it back. It's also kind of the design that inspired me to like stream and want to like teach other people about dice making, which maybe sounds a little bit weird, but when I first started making dice, I followed like I found like a couple of other dice makers and started following them, and I followed one on Tumblr. And I remember they posted a photo of a set of dice that they had made, and I said, hey, if it's, if as long as it's not like a secret or something, or, could you tell me how you made that effect with the really thin lines in it? I really like that. It's really cool, and I'm just starting making dice. And this person on Tumblr went and like wrote out a whole how-to for me on how to do a dirty pour. And it was just so nice of them. I'm like, I want to be that person. I want to be that person that's just willing to take the time to like help other people figure out how to do this too. So that was like the first like dirty pour that I ever really did, and then it's one of my favorite techniques. Have I done a video on dirty pours? I might have to do a tutorial video on dirty pours because there's lots of different ways to do them. That might be a longer video. There's like, I have multiple. I have more information on dirty pours, I feel like. I might have to do, that might be my next tutorial video after the one that's coming out soon. Someone remind me of that. There's this dice maker, okay. Color Spray Creations thing, okay. Name sounds familiar. Their dirty pours are magical. Oh, I think maybe I know. I want to do some more dirty pours. I have an idea for a dirty pour that I want to do sometime soon, but I think I'll probably film it. Maybe I could use that actually. Maybe I could use that in a dirty pour. Oh, that'll work out perfectly. All right, I'm putting things together. I'm putting two and two together because it's like I have an idea for a dirty pour that I want to do. With a certain outcome, and that's going to be one of the ways to do a dirty pour. So maybe I could use that set that I want to make. I'll both make a video of like a speed pour of it, I think, and then also I can use that in the tutorial video on how to do dirty pours for that specific technique. I think I know who you're talking about though, and yes, they make gorgeous dirty pours. I think maybe if it's the one I'm thinking of, they might use like a split cup, because that effect seems to come about where it's like very distinct colors, but they're swirled together. I think that kind of comes about best with the split cup, and I got some split cups recently. I got a set of split cups, which here I can show you what that means. I think this is all mixed. Let me just scrape the sides and the bottom once more. So I think we're good. Alright, I think we're good. But what did I use that split cup for? I can't remember. I think I did, yeah. So, but I got a set of them with different amounts of chambers recently, and I have an idea, and I want to try it. We'll see how it goes. All right, resin is all mixed. Where do I like to set this? Let's start with just putting some resin into the different mixing cups. I'm going to need about 15 here. You've played around with an Arduino? What? I've worked with an Arduino before, but I don't remember how to do the programming now. So I want about 15 milliliters in here, which will be about 5. Yeah, that's about 5. Okay, how is that at? So what are you doing with an Arduino? That's about 10. So I think this holds about 15. Yeah, it seems to hold about 15. That's good to know. It's good to know that these hold about 15. Yeah, I know what an Arduino is. I used it in your Arduino, duh. No, I did some stuff with an Arduino and a breadboard for a class once. So I'm gonna put that up to 9, because that seems to be about 15. I think I added a little bit too much to there. That's okie dokie. I'll flip this over here. May next. Alright, I just need a little tiny bit for all of these. Little tiny bit. Because all of these are just going to be like a little bit of resin in the bottom of the things. I don't need very much of them. It looks like Justin Timberlake. What? What do you mean? What does that mean? That is so incomprehensible to me. What do you mean? Oh gosh. Wow. Got a button to make a LED light up. Oh, cool. Alright. That's enough of those. Alright, I do need to film. I'm going to film adding resin to these and mixing them. It's the same sort of design as the ones from my how to do a reverse Petri tutorial video. It's the same sort of design. I just added a little something extra to it, quite honestly. Can you guys still see? Excellent, you can still see. Alright, let me mix this up. And I think I might need to add a little bit of white to this. Yeah, I think I'm going to need to add just a little bit of white to it to make it a little bit more foggy. Because it's just very glittery at the moment. I'm going to add a little bit of, like a little rain shower in the dye. Yeah, it's very watery. I don't need it to be like super opaque. I just want it to be a little bit more foggy. Alright, there's our fog. I think that'll work out well. That looks foggy. I'll show you guys in just a second. Very foggy. Alright, so let me add the resin for this one. Yeah, it's not as streaky like a normal Petri would be. That's true. I am not as good at normal Petris though. The reverse Petri kind of splashes up the side more too. But I do still like the effect. Okay. Sorry, I'm gonna block you guys a little bit while I attempt to make the correct color for this dye. So the goal here is I'm gonna make a D20 that looks like caramel. That's the goal. And let's add some extra resin, because I'm going to make a keychain too. It's probably enough resin. That's I say as I add more. All right, let's, I've still got quite a bit of resin. Okay, I don't want to let that sit too long. Let me move this off to this side, I think. All right, so I'm gonna start adding some colors here. Oh, did you open June's? Oh, what about hard candy dice? I have different, do you mean dice made out of hard candy? Like ones you can actually eat? So I have definitely discussed that idea with my brother before. He's more of the food person. I said, hey, we could get some food grade silicone. This is very, very muted, very gray, which is why I grabbed the orange. We're going to add some orange to this. That is not very appetizing. Dice made to look like hard candy. I have a set that I should show you. I definitely need more white because this is just too dark. And we're going to add a drop of purple. And we're going to add a drop, actually I should add a drop of blue. It's a little bit too red. I've definitely thought about that. That was too much blue, but that's okay. That's too much blue. I'm definitely going to, yeah, it's more gray now. I'm going to add another drop of, I might start over on this one. I'm going to start over on this one. I'm not liking how that's turning out. I think I might be able to salvage it, but I think I can make it better. I think I can just make it better. And I've got enough, just a second. I've got some blue on my hand. Ugh. Don't tease me like this. I know it looks terrible. I think I can fix it, but I'm just gonna put some more resin in here and see if I can get the color better this time. I'm not gonna start with the brown. I don't like the brown. This brown is no good. No good. I'm gonna start with a drop of orange and a drop of white. And then I'm gonna add the barest amount of purple. I'm going to mix that up and see how it looks. It's very orange at the moment, but we'll add some more purple probably. I've done a nice caramel color before. I think I'm going to need to add some more purple. Oh! It's a pastel rainbow. It sure is. Yeah, I really like that one. All right, let me, it's not quite orange, but let me add some more whites. It's still rather orange at the moment. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to add a little bit of this gray from over here. I might end up mixing some of this together. It's one of my favorites. I really like how the June one turned out. It's too orange. Too red, too orange. We're going to add some of the grayish blue from over here. And some more white. It's a little bit too It needs some like yellow. It needs some more like yellow in it. we're doing some color mixing. That's not a good. That's some yellow. Yeah, a little bit of yellow I think is helping actually. Just gonna pour this into another cup. It's fine. It's starting to get there actually. I think that's getting pretty close. That's actually getting pretty close to caramel. That's getting pretty close to caramel, I think. I think I do want, it's still maybe, it's a little bit too red maybe. It's looking more brown I think on screen. It's looking warmer. Yeah. We're doing it live, folks. We're doing it live. Move this over here. We'll get a different angle. Is that blocking it too much? No. I will move it over a little bit more. This is even more out of the way. Alright, I think that I'm going to add another drop of white. Make it a little bit lighter and a little bit more opaque. And then we'll see how it's looking. It's looking a little bit fleshy at the moment. It's maybe a little bit still, it's still a little bit reddish, I think. I think maybe I could add a little bit more yellow to it. Yeah, I could use some more yellow, I think. It's feeling a little bit red and cool. So I'm going to add a little tiny bit. Maybe it's a little bit too light. It maybe is a little bit too light. I wanted it, maybe I'll add a little bit more of the orange and stuff. So let's add some yellow. Oh, no, wait. Now, this is looking caramely. It's looking caramely. You might be right, though, that's a little bit too light. I'm not sure. It might be all right. I don't know. It's looking pretty caramely. That looks like caramel to me. Like a Werther's Original. Does that look like a Werther's Original? That might be okay. Yeah, I think it's good now. I think it's good. I think that yellow really helped. I think the yellow really helped. All right. You mean you like it better than this? Oh boy. Yeah, that feels more caramely. Let me just pour that in now. I might as well. I think that's a good caramel color. All right. There's that one done. Get that out of the way. I've got some good brown for something. Definitely brown. Sorry, just a second. Let me get this poured into this little sphere. It's kind of hard to pour things in here. Okay. All right. Yeah, it feels a lot more crumbly, and we'll see how it turns out once it's cured and stuff too. Sometimes the color can change just slightly, but I'm hoping it doesn't, because I think this is pretty close, and I will go and cross-reference it with the image I was given too. And if I need to remake it, I need to remake it. That's fine. I have an idea of how I got here now, which is the important part. Alright. Unfortunately, I could use a little bit more. I guess we'll put this up at the top. It's still fairly caramel. Slightly different caramel, but it's fine. It's just a keychain. There we go. Alright, cool. Let me set those out of the way. Still got a whole bunch of brown resin. Cool. Let me spritz this. Cool. Done. Finished. I probably actually want to do the other commission first. Because I have a whole bunch of stuff in there, and I'll do the plant ones next. But let's do the commission one next. Because I want to be able to, like, think the resin to get down in there. And also need to use some of this clear resin. So again, hopefully things are not in the way too much. So I'm thinking I'm going to try just drizzling a little bit of this fog in first, and then I think it'll get moved around a bit by the clear. So then we're going to add clear resin. Sorry, I'm blocking things a little bit. But such is the way of commissions. It's kind of like, I like working on commissions on stream, but also, like, I want to get nice videos of all the commissions. It's like, which one do I prioritize? To be fair, part of the reason I like working on them on stream is so that if the person who ordered them shows up, they can have some, like, in real-time input. Alright. And the other one, I think I'm going to try adding a little bit of clear first and then adding a little bit of the fog. So a little bit of clear. Add a little bit of the fog. The fog. And a little bit of the fog. And then we'll add some more of the clear. And then we'll see how it goes. We'll see which one ends up better. We'll see if I can remember which one is which when they're done. We'll add a little bit more fog to the top of this one. That sounds nice too. We'll add a little bit more fog up here. Let's swirl it in. There we go. Cool. Alright, both of those are ready to go, I think. They might have a little bit more, might need a little bit more resin, but that's fine. I don't care as much about filming that. So I think we're done with the camera. Don't worry, guys, we're done with the camera now. It's all good. I do want to do the keychain. And this one's going to be interesting because it's got a whole bunch of moss that it's going to need to try and get past. I mean, that's why I'm doing this now, is because I want the resin to be thin enough for things to actually flow downwards. Alright, and that's why I'm going to do the plant ones with the plants in. I'm going to do the ranger dice with the plants in them next. Oops, that was maybe more green than I needed. That's the right green. I may have grabbed the wrong green, but that's okay. It's a good green. No, this is a good green. I think I maybe used the darker green on the other one I had. I'm going to add a little bit of a darker green. Just a little tiny bit. I've added too much. It's fine. It'll be fine. I kind of want it to be a sort of like a darker green. Come There we go. That's a good green. That's the green I am looking for. Yeah, that's good. Cool. I want it to be light enough that I can still see the stuff in there, but I want it dark enough that it's like kind of obfuscated a little bit. Like, you notice the color and then you notice, oh, there's stuff in there with it. A little bit more subtle. Subtlety. Okay. Set this right here for now. Set these over here out of my way. Ah, no, don't fall over. Okay. So do those. I do want to, okay. Yes, all right, so let's do these with the plants next. It's going to be fun to keep all of these upright. That's why I'm kind of planning on doing some dice too. It makes it easier to wedge things in there. Ooh, hopefully I have enough resin. Excuse me a moment. I've ended up with too much resin on top of this one. Let's move that over. It's going to make it difficult for air bubbles to get up there. We'll start with these three, and then if I have enough resin, I will do the other two. I don't know if I will have enough resin. That's fine though, I can do these in multiple batches. If I don't knock them all over. Maybe I should rubber band them together. That might make it easier. Yeah, I'll do the other ones in a separate batch later. That's fine. Some of this is just making sure I have the designs down too. It is good to know that these don't hold quite enough though. But I think they'll have enough for 3. Alright, let me set these off to the side. I'm letting air rise to the surface on them. I might rubber band them together. I have rubber bands. Ooh, the rubber bands are not very tight. I might need to rubber band them with some other things. But let me set these off to the side, and then I will add more green as some air rises to the surface. Let me do these next that have the feathers in them. Because, again, there's something there that air might get trapped in. So let's do these. And I'll do a couple with yellow. Just a little tiny bit of yellow in there. And I do kind of plan for the, I'm going to do an experiment here, because I'm going to try one where I put the yellow in first, and where I put the feather in first, because I don't know about that. It might not be enough. It might not go down enough. So I don't know which one's actually going to end up working better. I'll put the feather in, and then we're going to put clear. Clear. The idea is kind of that the clear will displace the color at the bottom a little bit, but I kind of like the color being mostly at the bottom. It kind of ends up just making the keychain almost like have a hint of that color. It almost kind of glows that color. And I really do like that. But we shall see. There's a cat hair in that one. I can see a cat hair. Get back here. How dare you? How dare you, cat hair? There's a couple of yellow ones. It's over here with the other random colors that I have. Do one with a darker blue. I really like this blue. This is the phthalo blue. It's such a good color. It's like, I don't know how to describe it. It's just, it's not like more purple. I don't know, it is more purple. But it's just like such a, I don't know, it's a pretty blue color. Such a pretty blue color. It's like a little bit, maybe it's a little bit more purple than like a cobalt blue. I just like it. Let's do a couple of these. Couple of these. We'll do these two. And again, I think I will try one of them, just putting that in first. And one of them where I put it on top of the feather. So let's do this first. And then this one we'll put some on top of the feather. Oh, that's plenty of that. We'll put the feather back in. Oh no, my thing's a little bit sticky. Okay. You know, feathers are one of those things that are kind of fun, I feel like, in resin. Like, they give kind of such an interesting effect. Like, obviously, they still look like feathers and stuff, but they add, like, very, very thin lines in there, which just end up looking cool. I made a set of dice with, oops, I got these white feathers for a specific set of dice. And then, of course, a couple of them had big gaps in them, but luckily I was able to fix them. And I'll have a video of those out at some point too. I haven't started editing that one though. I have, oh boy, I need to figure out some of the editing stuff. I have like an idea for, I have an idea for a slightly more complicated video at some point. Like I need to do like the scripting, and I need to figure out. The thing that I really need to figure out actually is what I want the dice that I'm going to make in that video to look like. I have an idea, but I don't know if I want to make more than one set of dice. So I guess we'll see on that. But I have a couple of videos that I want to do at some point, but both of them require me to kind of script things out, which is the part that takes the long time, or it's what I'm like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to have to figure out the order that I need to do things and what I'm going to film and all that sort of stuff. Which is why the like speed pour videos I have more of those, is because those are a lot easier for me to make. I can just film what I'm doing and then sit down and edit them in order. Find a song that I think matches the vibe of the dice and then just start editing. But the the tutorials and some of the like more complicated videos, I have to like sit down and write a script. Isn't too bad for the tutorial videos. I feel like I've kind of gotten those figured out now, but if I want to do something interesting and different, I gotta plan things out. And I have like an idea for a more business focused video. One that's kind of focused more on like how not like the dice making aspect of it, but like how I do some other things with my shop and stuff. And I need to finish the script for that. I have like half of it written and I have kind of an idea, but I'm like, I don't know that I feel as qualified to talk about that sort of stuff. I'm like, I don't know that I know enough do that. Yeah, these all need a little bit more resin. But I definitely have stuff that I should do. Although it might be more of an now I'm thinking about videos. I'm distracted. I'm so distracted. I'm distracted all the time. All the time. Here, I can probably rubber band those together. Rubber band all these together. I think that'll work out. There we go. Help keep those upright. Perfect. Let's see here. What else do I have? I've got wizard ones. Let's do those. So I want the ink to be able to move in them. And just a little bit of holographic glitter. I feel like maybe I could add something else in here. Maybe a little bit of glitter or shimmer or something. But we'll just stick with this for now with the holographic glitter. So the idea here is that I already have one of these. I want to start with these, see how much we have. I'm going to do kind of like an inky, sort of a reverse Petri type thing. I'm going to add a little bit of resin and I'm going to add a little bit of ink. And then we're going to add more resin to kind of displace it and get like a smoky, inky effect. Oops. So I'm going to add a little bit of resin first, just a little tiny bit down at the bottom there. Ooh, this one's rather small. This might be difficult. I'm dripping! No! Stop it! Stop dripping! No! Not allowed! Not allowed to drip! Okay. You know, honestly, I could probably do all 5 of these, because if I end up not having quite enough of this, I can add some clear. So let's just go for all 5. We'll just go for all 5. It's not going to be super noticeable if I add some clear resin here. Okay. Alright, let's add our ink. Add our ink, yes. Oh boy. So I'm going to do, I think, 2 of them with blue. And then we'll do 2 of them with green. Oh well. And I was gonna do, I didn't count right. That's okay. We'll do one of them with black. I have one that's purple already, so. There we go. But if I decide that I like the purple one the best, I'll go back and make more purple ones. Alright. So I want to try and add this kind of like from a distance, because I want it to displace all the ink in there. Which it is. I maybe added a little bit too much ink. It might be a little bit too dark, which I didn't think was going to happen, but that's okay. Gonna add a little bit more clear here. There we go. How are you doing? How are you doing? I'm making a bunch of keychains. This one's very, very narrow. I'm trying to add it without ending up with a big bubble at the top, which would make it spill everywhere and make even more of a mess than I'm already making. Which I know is, that sounds like it would be impossible to make more of a mess than what I'm already making, but I assure you it can be done. Unfortunately. I think the green might have worked the best. I maybe added a little bit too much of the blue and the black, and I'm not getting the kind of inky look that I was hoping for. I'm going to stick that all the way down so I can get some of that blue in. Alright, I'll call that good. That's fine. It might move around a little bit, but the green is more, that's more what I was looking for. It kind of like went up in little tendrils. The blue, yeah, the blue's not bad. This one's not bad. Alright. Alright. Cool. Let me just add this last little bit of this here. And then I think I will rubber band these as well. If I can grab a rubber band. There's the rubber band. That one's maybe a little bit. We'll add this green one in there too, because that's a little bit loose. Come on, everything. You want to work together for me? Please? Please? Please work together for me. Alright, let's try that. That's a little bit better. I'll kind of keep things upright. Alright, do I think, those. Should have done this first. I'm just debating if I want to do Blood Hunter or if I want to try and add a layer of resin to the tray. I think I'm going to add a layer of resin to the tray here. But I want to make sure that I don't set it in any, I'm going to set it right here, or I can set it right here. I'm trying not to set it in any resin, because I've definitely spilled some resin, but let's pour this on here. I just want a little bit. I do want to make sure it's not random. Okay. So we're going to add our last little bit of resin here. See, that's the thing also when I do a bunch of different random little things, is that I always end up with kind of less resin. Which sounds weird, but it's because I end up with just a little tiny bit of resin that like left over from all of the different individual things. This is like a little silicone brush thingy. I'm just going to use it to smooth things out. I'm moving it close to me. I want to be able to see. Oh, well, that's okay. There's a cat hair. Go away, cat hair. I don't want you here. I don't want you in the tray. Okay, that's fine. Sorry, it's a little bit harder to see, I know, while it's over here, but I think it's probably better in this case that I see, so that I don't end up with any spots that are missing resin, because that's a different tray that I had where it has just like one little spot that's missing the resin like against the side and stuff, and it just looks silly. And now I'm going to have to add more resin to it. I was trying to avoid Okay. Okay. Let me spritz this down, and I think we've got things covered everywhere. Let me spritz this down. All right. Hopefully help me see if I missed anywhere. I think that's gonna be good. I think, oops, I see where I missed a spot. Ah! Just double checking. Everything's covered. Double checking that everything's covered. Okay, I think we're good. Yeah, I have a couple of trays that are actually done that I really should just like put in my online shop. I've just been taking them, oh, let's not have that. Okay. Cool. Alright, so we've got just one more set of keychains and then a little bit of leftover resin we can use in some dice. Alright, let me just split this up. Oh good, this is a more reasonable amount, I think, of black foil. You will still be able to see the red ink in there. Cool. Judging by the last few, I don't know that I will have enough resin for all of these, so I'll set that to the side. I'm going to do a similar thing though, where I pour some resin in and then we're going to add some red ink, and then we will kind of swirl it around a little bit. There's the cat hair. Go away. I don't want a cat hair in there. Okay. I'm debating, so this is going to talk some, oops, I added too much. Okay. I'm debating if I want to stream next weekend or not. I'm debating just taking a weekend off. I know that I haven't been streaming every Saturday anyways, but I haven't actually been taking a weekend off. I've just been at like an art walk, so I've been just busy working, doing other things. I don't know. I'm like, maybe I'll just take the weekend. I don't feel too bad about it because I'm still making other stuff for you guys, like videos and things. I don't feel as bad just abandoning you all for a week or whatever. Because, of course, I will still be on the Discord and do it, and I'll have videos out and things. That's something that I'm surprised, honestly, that it hasn't, that I haven't felt guilty about. There's been a couple of weeks now where I just haven't posted a video, even though I was like, I'm going to post a video every week. I don't feel bad about it. Like, I guess maybe it's partially because I have everything written down on a schedule, and I'm just like, yeah, that's fine. I can just skip a week there. I've been posting them. I've been posting a video every week for the past 2.5 months. It's fine if I skip one. Who cares? Alright, let's add a little bit more. Alright. Make sure I have some red in there. That one's going to need some more red. Things are starting to get a little bit thicker, so I definitely want to get these. Definitely want to get these poured and done. I'm just making it a little bit harder to get resin in some of these. But, that one does not want to stay upright. Stay upright. Stop it. Stop it. How long of... Oh, this might actually end up being a shorter stream. I was kind of thinking it might be a longer stream just because we're doing a lot of different individual things. And that usually ends up taking time. Okay, that one's all done. But we're we're actually almost done, and we're not even to 2 hours yet. This one's going to need some more red to it, it looks like. Okay, this one definitely needs more red. This one needs more resin. Redson? No, that doesn't quite work. It's not red resin. If it was red resin, I could call it redson, but it's not red resin. This one appears to be done as well. Alright, let's add some more red to this one. Alright, there we go. Cat hair! No! Cat hair! Get out of there! Okay. Anybody have any fun plans for the rest of their day? I have my cat. No cat hair hype. No, bad time. No cat hair hype. No, I do still have plans to do that video. That's the one that I need to figure out what I actually want to make for it. Like, I have kind of an idea for like an order, but and kind of like a joke intro and outro, but I don't really know what I want to make. I like the idea of doing a set of cat hair dice where I do blanks and then paint like cat eyes on the blanks. I think that would be cool. I don't know if I want to do a set of dice for each one of my cats, or if I just want to do a set of cat hair dice. I think I'll probably just do a set of cat hair dice. That'll probably end up being the best. Alright, cool. That's looking good. Alright, I think we've got all of our stuff, got all of our things. Let me make sure that these have their last little bit of green that they need. Come on, green resin. Into your little containers you go. There you go. Such good little resin. Going where it needs to go. Cool. Alright, we've got those done. And then we've just got a little bit of leftover resin that we can use in some miscellaneous dice. I'm going to put some of these together so that I can rubber band them. So do this. No, actually I don't want to do that, I think I will simply double it up here. Is that going to be too tight? Is that going to deform things? No, I think we're okay. Alright, cool. Got those. And then I'll rubber band these together. Alright, cool. There we go. Alright, cool. I just want to make sure that those all stay upright. We've got our D20 here. Let me film putting the lid on, I guess. So that's the thing with the commissions, is sometimes I end up with kind of simple ones like this, where, you know, there's not a lot of preparation and stuff. I literally just kind of mixed a whole bunch of colors together. And in that case, I'm like, I should probably get as much footage as I can of the other little mundane parts, like putting the lid on. Maybe I'll get some footage of putting things into the pressure pot. Otherwise it's going to be a very short video, which is fine. A lot of my videos have ended up being very short, but let's put these on here. And put these on here and get them out of the way. Ooh. Lots of keychains. Set that out of the way. Have anything else that needs to go on there? I have this little sphere, little sphere, and then I think I'll put the lid on this one and let it go through the pressure pot again. Try and get that one little spot filled in. All right, let's do some random miscellaneous dice. Get some things to put in the thingamajigger. All right, how much leftover dice? How much leftover dice? How much leftover resin do I have? I think I'll put this in here. That's a pretty, it's clear with some glitter, and then I've ended up with blue and green in it just because there's blue and green on my stir stick. So we'll do this one all blue and green. Why not? I've got some blues and some greens. I don't think I actually have that much leftover resin. Since I added all that clear to the tray, there's not actually that much left over. But that is fine. I don't know. I will see if I do a stream next weekend or not. I might do a stream just because it's been kind of a while. I feel like since I've just done a stream where I make a bunch of dice. And I feel like that's kind of my thing, is doing streams where I make a bunch of dice. So it might be good to get back into the swing of things there and do one of those. But maybe try and figure out some like wintry dice to make. I've been working on the advent calendar dice, so I've got a bunch of wintry sort of ones, but I don't know that I want to do any sets that are like the same as all the advent calendar dice. Because then what if someone gets one of those and also has the advent calendar and then they find out later, oh, I've now got a duplicate. I don't want duplicates. That can't happen. I don't think I'm going to have enough to make a D20, but we'll make this D8. At any rate. Alright, yeah, this is getting very thick, so I definitely need to start. Making my way downtown. Walking fast. Oh, I could just make a brown D20. We'll just make a brown D20. How about that? Let's do a brown D20. Got all this resin. Oh, you know what I could do? You know what I'll do? A lot of white swirl in there. Why not? Speaking of dirty pours. Making my way downtown, walking fast. There's so much resin here. Alright. Still got a bit of brown left. D4. Do brown 4. I think that's going to be about the right amount. Oh, perfect. I have like just the right amount for D4. A very lovely, lovely brown D4. It's not even a nice brown. It's not a nice brown. Let's press these down. There's just a little bit of rubbing alcohol helps the air bubbles to pop on the surface. Not glove enough for that. Not glove enough for that either, but. Brown. I don't know if. So this is all the resin that I have left. It's not very much. Maybe I could just do like a D2. Those aren't as popular, I found, since it's just like a coin with my logo on it. But I think I'll have the right amount of resin for it, so might as well. It's going to be a weird one. It's going to have black foil, and then yellow, shimmering yellow, and like a foggy purple shimmering color. Maybe it'll turn out cool. So that's kind of the fun thing I feel like with some of these dice. Sometimes they just turn out ugly, in my opinion. But sometimes they just turn out super cool. I'm like, oh, I should do that as a design. Yeah, I just throw my extra resin in there, and I was like, ooh, that's cool. I do want to do, because I've done that before. I do want to do, I think, at some point, a set where I add like a dark and shimmering colors and stuff, and then I just add a whole bunch of clear, so that it kind of like swirls up. I had a D20 I made that it was just leftover resin like that, and it turned out super cool. I'm like, man, I should have done the whole set like this. I should have done the whole set like this. It's so much cooler. I'm actually gonna have more resin than I need. That's fine. I'll just put this on the lid. Alright. I think I just need to put these lids on, and then I'm going to go put these into the pressure pot, and I will be all set. Who knows, maybe this brown will turn super pretty while it cures. I can dream. I can dream. Alright. I'm just going to centralize these a little bit more so they're not all off in the corner. Perfect. Alrighty. But yeah, I do think that that's going to do it pretty much for the stream today. Thanks for hanging out. Here's a question for you guys. Does it work? Does it work better for you if I mention in like the Discord or Twitter or whatever that I'm going to be streaming on Saturday, but does it work better if I mention that on like Wednesday, or if I mention it like right after I've started streaming? Because like I don't know if people like to like plan, or people just like, oh, I'm free, I can hop on there. Probably the second. Probably just mention it as I'm doing it. But I am curious if you guys have thoughts on that. Alright, so either way. Alright, and I think that is everything. So, thank you guys for hanging out. I will post photos of how things turn out. I need to do one more pour on all the keychains to attach like the little bits so that I can turn them into keychains. But I will post photos of the keychains once I get them done on the Discord. So if you're not already part of my Discord, there's a link to it in the description of this stream. But otherwise, I will see you guys later. So thanks for hanging out. And that's pretty much it.